The Mariana Trench in the Philippine Sea. The second largest sea in the western part of the Pacific Ocean is the deepest trench in the world known to date. The Mariana Trench, 340 kilometers southeast from Guam Island, the largest island of the Mariana Island, is a crescent shape true as the name implies. It is named because it is located near Mariana Islands. Number 1. If Mount Everest were placed into the Mariana Trench at this point, its peak would still be underwater. If you compare Mount Everest, which is at 8,848 meters above sea level, and Mariana Trench 10,994 meters below sea level, you can be sure that this is true. Number 2. All of us know about the two poles of the Earth. However, scientists call the Mariana Trench the fourth hole of the Earth. The north and south are the poles, and Everest and Mariana Trench are geometric poles. Number 3. The water pressure here is 1,100 times higher than the normal atmospheric pressure. Number 4. It seems diving into the trench is not easy as climbing up, despite the ever-increasing number with fingers. So far, 3 people have dived into deepest trench in the world. The first diving into Mariana Trench was made on January 23, 1960 by U.S. Navy Don Walsh and research Jacques Piccard, author of the Avatar, Titanic, and first 2 episodes or Terminator. The filmmaker James Cameron became a third person to reach the deepest point in the world on March 26, 2012. And he was the first person to solo dive the Mariana Trench, unlike the first 2 people who reached the deepest point. Cameron stayed 3 hours in the Mariana Trench. A documentary was shown on National Geographic Channel based on the filmmaker's shot. Number 5. The Mariana Trench is largest marine reserve in the world. There is life at incredible deep of the trench. Researchers have discovered a giant amphibia about 10 centimeters in diameter. Although identified to date, most of the creatures that live in the depths of the Mariana Trench are feeded by one another or by the dead rain. Number 6. Although Mariana is known as trench, there are real mountains here. Scientists have discovered a mountain which is a height of more than 2.5 kilometers. The deepest point of Mariana Trench is called Challenger Deep. It is called southwestern part of trench, 10,194 meters below sea level. According to the latest data over the Mariana Trench was first founded by the British researcher vessel Challenger, which is found in 1875. This is where the name of deepest point in the world comes from. The interesting fact is researchers of the Soviet science research vessel Reef reported the deepest point in the world at 11,220 meters in 1957. This figure include the Soviet scientific literature, and even today you can only find this figure in many Russian language new scientific literature.
It's believed that approximately 95% of the ocean area lies. Scientists know more about the moon and the Mars than the ocean. Because of the intense pressure in the deep ocean, make it an extremely difficult environment to explore.
Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic Ocean are just joined together. We see that there is only one ocean only. Scientists have long debated whether the Earth's water was here when the planet formed or whether it arrived later. A study suggests much of the water originated in rocks from which the Earth is built. Do you know about the Dead Sea? Yes, that is when Moses split in half in the Lord's command. But why didn't he just swim? Is it really safe to swim in the Dead Sea? Well, it is not safe in the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea in Israel is so salty, that's why it is impossible to swim here. The Dead Sea has 25 minerals and is known as the longest body of water in the whole world. Not only we talk about the ocean, we should know what's inside the ocean, like the coral reefs. But what is the biggest coral reef in the whole world? Corals are small sea creatures such as jellyfish or sea animals. Sea animals that release a hard rocky substance to serve as its skeleton. The skeletons, the Great Barrier Reef, is the largest coral reef in the whole world. It is found in the northeastern Australia and almost extended to the New Guinea. Do you know about the borders about the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean? Well, according to the topographers, the line that marks the border between the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean runs straight between Cape Horn and Antarctica. This narrow body of water is called the Drake Strait, after the Elizabethan explorer Sir Francis Drake. It is like an invisible wall between them. But why do they don't mix? First reason, the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean have different densities and chemical makeup. Seeing their color, they are very different and known as the body climes. Second, it can be the holoclines, or the salt level of water. The Atlantic Ocean is 5 times saltier than the Pacific Ocean. Now it is Bella's turn. Let's see what ocean trivia does she have.
Did you know that Benjamin Franklin was the first person to study the Gulf Stream scientifically? He was actually the first one to call the stream as a river in the ocean. He was also the first one who charted the Gulf Stream. After that, Franklin published a map of the Gulf Stream in 1769, 200 years before a submersible named after him drifted below the surface to study this river in the ocean. The average speed of the Gulf Stream, however, is 4 meters per hour or 6.4 kilometers per hour. Franklin understood that currents under the trade winds move west in tropical waters, and that the currents under the westerly winds move east at temperate latitudes.